Alright, time for another cold read. Everything is completely unfiltered to share absolutely everything an experienced VC or angel investor might think but never ever tell you. You either never hear back, you hear too early, or not a fit. But what does all that mean? Preventing you from building the relationships to make your startup grow. In the words of my toddler, let's get started. Measurevent, simple opening slide. That looks like a bitmap graphics. I know this is going to be a pre-seed deck. Okay, I see 16 slides. It's a bit long. There's a very good chance I'm not going to read all 16. Words. Oh my word. A few slides with a lot of word. Oh, it's borderline. It will go to the back of the queue for the day. A lot of people don't get replies is because there's too many words in their deck. Pre-seed. Told you. Average ticket. Repeat customer rate 64%. In a way, I really like this slide. This is really good. If somebody's built a product, there's a few data points I really want to know. How much are people prepared to pay right now? And how good is it? And the 64% is one of the most important metrics for any paid product. Because if somebody pays once, that means you're good at selling. But if somebody pays twice or more, it means the product might work. I'm really pleased for this startup putting it right at the beginning. I might learn something from this deck. There's something called a flick test, 5 seconds per slide, and I will try and form an opinion of the deck. So, market opportunity. Events can't take these risks anymore. Yeah, post-pandemic. It's a $1 trillion industry solution. It doesn't pass the flick test, doesn't pass the flick test. How we do it, slide 9, onboarding, data collection, analytics, insights. I mean, that's how everyone does anything with data. Value, doesn't pass the flick test. Secret sauce and competitive advantage. Doesn't pass the flick test. Go to market, doesn't pass the flick test. Business model, doesn't pass the flick test. Ugly. Team slide, doesn't pass the flick test. Well, that's a shame. My advice to anybody is write your headline and then your subtitle as if you're writing the newspaper. And every single slide should be like that. And if you can do that well, you have a fantastic pitch deck. It means somebody can read your deck in 60 seconds and get 90% of what you're trying to tell them. Our customers' budget for measured accountability is 0.5 to 3% of their total event budget. I want to know how they figured that out. If there's no proof of that, I'm going to start to call bullshit. Integrated triple impact measure. Stop using buzzwords. It's not really a solution. You just told me that you create a dashboard. A solution is the thing you've invented to address the issue. This is describing product that packages up the solution. It's really important to disentangle the solution stroke invention. I know your product is going to change over and over and over again as the world evolves. But your solution and invention stays roughly static because it's the core part of your product which addresses the concerns of your user or customer when you started your business. The second you put a screenshot on, I expect there to be customers and I expect there to be customer data. If you ever put screenshots on, but then say it's pre-launch, the deck is dead to me. So consulting, basically, reports and infographics. Nothing there sounds complicated. I start to lose a bit of interest. I'm not seeing a novel solution to a problem. Sometimes the simplest answer to a problem transforms an industry, but you need to acknowledge how, frankly, retro it is. We send a bunch of people in, create a spreadsheet, and then give you some pretty graphs. But it's not acknowledging that. And this will tell me that there's no IP. It's just pure brand. If this business does have IP, it's massively underselling itself. I'm still confused about the 0.5 to 3% of their budget being allocated to gathering this data. I haven't seen proof of that. Okay, is this the invention? Again, it's just consulting. That's not a secret source. What I do now is I go on Google and I just see how easy it is to get that data. And if I can find it really easily, I would immediately lose credibility in this deck. Go-to-market strategy, don't give a shit. Too ugly. Oh, they measure individual events. They need to target really, really big venues. So this tells me it's a B2B sales model. So there's only going to be half a dozen customers. Key milestones. This is an important one. Preparation of a pre-seed round. I mean, that's not progress. That's just work. I did some work. It's not I achieved. Team slide. I hate this team slide. Never put opinions of yourself on a team slide. According to who are you one of the leaders? The reason a team slide is so important isn't because I want to know how much you love yourself. I want to know two things from a team slide. What have you done in the past that gives me confidence what you're going to do in the future is top rate. So I want to see what people have done. They've built, problems they've fixed, those kind of things. The second thing, I'm trying to find out the relationships between the people in the group. Do they trust one another? Are they going to break up? I don't get any of that information, so this team slide is incredibly underwhelming. All in my opinion, I would probably ask for an intro with some caveats. I really want to dive in to find out if there's IP here, and if I'm not satisfied, I wouldn't continue. That's my cold read.